Mr. Speaker, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Let me join Senator Cherargei and the Leader of Majority, Aaron Cheriot, in paying homage and in acknowledging, Mr. Speaker, sir, the athlete that died and was buried last week. And Mr. Speaker, sir, it is not just about athletics and about paying homage to a hero who competed and won in athletics, and who has continued to shine and to mentor other young athletes. But I think, Mr. Speaker, sir, it is about sport and about the development of sport in our counties, Mr. Speaker, sir. It is an opportunity, Mr. Speaker, sir, when we speak to sport, to speak to the real issues about sports development within counties and the roles and the steps that our different counties are taking to develop sport to the next level, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, we know that sport is not only important for health purposes, and I think that even sport in Parliament, but sport, Mr. Speaker, sir, goes to the very essence of developing the youth and developing talent. And I think the challenge that county governments should have, including the national government, Mr. Speaker, sir, is to ensure that sports such as athletics, sports such as football, netball, and all other sports, Mr. Speaker, sir, find some seriousness, a good budget from the county, but also, Mr. Speaker, sir, the development of sports academies. And I believe, Mr. Speaker, sir, that counties should take the issue of sports academies seriously, so that when our heroes and sports heroes die, like the one that we celebrate today, Mr. Speaker, sir, we are able to have younger sportsmen and women come in to take up their role, Mr. Speaker, sir. For instance, Mr. Speaker, sir, I know that whilst the Rift Valley is popular with athletics, though I know that Mr. William Cheptumo cannot run, the member, but it is, Mr. Speaker, sir, a duty of all our county governments to inculcate the search for athletes, to inculcate the search for good sportsmen and women to all our leaders, so that, Mr. Speaker, sir, it is not just at the time when we are looking for people to play in the international games or to compete at Nyayo Stadium when we search out for talent. If we have ingrown talent right from our villages, our sub-counties, and the counties, then we'll have good sportsmen and women to take over from those who have left us, Mr. Speaker, sir. I support, and I'm happy that this particular statement has found support from the Leader of Majority, because it is important that we pay homage to our dead colleagues who have served this country. Most of our athletes, especially those in the Rift Valley, we know, they shine for the country, that later they come back to this country and live in our abject poverty. It is also time, Mr. Speaker, sir, that we consider the question of not just the future, but we find, Mr. Speaker, sir, a way to ensure that these sportsmen and women who serve the country do not later retire into abject poverty and suffer to their death merely because they are unable